looks brilliant. You need a haircut.
Me too.
Right.
I missed my appointment. I feel really bad. I really like my hairdresser.
Oh, we're connecting. Oh, we're also... Oh, no. The magic's been revealed. Was that you moving? Does that mean you're not allowed to move?
Otherwise I have to get in like this.
People... Oh.
Yes. Okay,
Safe. We're live. Right.
Right, we should start an actual game of Talisman then. That might be the first step.
We're mirrored as well. That's disconcerting. Why are we mirrored?
I don't know.
In fact, we're not mirrored. That was the issue. Solid start as always. Hi. Alright, I'll shut the door.
Oh damn, I've not logged in on this machine before. Hey Uncle John. Hey Gail Blitzy. Sorry for taking so long to set up, guys. We had to kick someone off a computer.
I hope this is charged and that it's got the latest version or the live version of Talisman.
I'm not getting my... I've got to put in the Steam code for this to log in.
Oh, my life. I was on holiday recently and so I changed all my passwords when I got back because I let other people have access to my stuff whilst I was away. And my text history on my phone was about 12 messages in a row with confirmations of different sign-ins to Google and Steam and...
Oh, you're paying.
Oh.
Steam's not even working now.
Right, we're at 83%. That's a good start.
Try again.
We're only 7 minutes late.
Right.
We're not on beta tonight. We're on regular
Can you log
release.
in?
Yes,
It's asking me for my code.
I logged in yesterday, so it should remember me.
I don't know the password. Don't look at me. I've not got the answers.
I have all of the answers.
Good. Right.
Turn up the volume. Volume for what? For the game? For us?
We've not started the game yet.
Yeah, so it's probably us. That makes sense.
Oh.
That is logical sense. Turn the mic up.
Okay. So
Ba-ba-ba.
Right.
Carrot, peas, potatoes, onions.
we just need to switch off the beta build.
Yes. So if you're looking to play, make sure you go to betas in the properties tab in library for Talisman and opt out of all. Select none.
Right, oh, I think we're bugging out. Oh, alright.
Where's the screen going?
Yeah. Alright, so let's just get YouTube up as well, so if people do ask
OBS
questions.
Studio. Right, Talisman. What's the live version? Do you remember?
What's the live version of what?
Of Talisman, it's like 49117, I think.
Unsure.
499.
I'll check.
It is 48722. It's close. 48722. Oh. Yeah, I can't play on this.
Well, we can.
It's the Suffering Dragons.
We can play together. We can be on the same team. Is what
I
everyone who never got picked in the
yeah, I can't play on this.
Now I'm American,
Well,
taking gym
it's the
classes.
Suffering Dragons.
I'll let everyone down. So be on the same team.
We call it
Everyone who
physical
never got picked
education.
in
English and wonderfully boring.
We've got a quick public game going.
We call it physical education. English and wonderfully. Probably have my Gmail as well. I'm supposed to.
Quick
through the
public
settings.
game.
We'll get around to that. There'll be a sales pitch soon. Game volume down, please. Probably have my Gmail as well. I'm supposed to.
Quick
through the
public
settings.
game.
We'll get around to that. There'll be a sales pitch soon. Right. Game volume down, please.
Just in case we get.
Probably have my Gmail as well. I'm supposed to. Depends how many people are. We'll get around to that. There'll
We
be a
can only
sales
stay
pitch
for about
soon.
an hour, so
Right. Game volume down, please.
we'll taste in case we get.
Probably have my Gmail as well. I'm supposed to. Depends how many people are. We'll get around to that. There'll be a sales pitch soon. It's YouTube music. game's got much speaker sound. Probably has YouTube not. I can see the speaker on it.
Thank you, sorry.
It's my first game back in like a month. I've not done a stream in ages.
You've mostly been fiddling with Fighting Fantasy and I'll talk about the other one.
Oh, we've been working on Smash Up.
Okay, yeah, we're allowed to say we've been working on that. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
There's a limit to what we can say, but we are working on it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure people
Take off Crown of Command. Right, we've got Cheshire Cat Girl, we've got BDT.
Zip for it.
I'm going to call you Zip for it. Uncle John, we've got the machine, and that is going to be our full team.
We were waiting for Toothless.
Oh, well, we've not got the time.
If you've not got the time, I can finish it.
Alright.
One man army. I wanted to be in so we had a better chance because we're yet to beat the community.
It's true. Right, all the expansions are on, don't you worry. Well, have we not beaten the community yet?
Nope.
Oh. Hmm.
I think we've beaten some of the Twitch streamers that we've played. And we beat Cybernova when we played her.
Oh, okay.
But I think Cheshire Cat Girl's near enough one every single time.
Right, when everyone else is readied up, even if Toothless Night Fury doesn't show up, I think we should just start.
What
You can
time?
always
We're
get
at 11 minutes past. We'll give him 2 minutes. 2 minutes for the seat to fill or for Toothless to turn up.
Sounds like a
No,
good
Steve.
plan.
I did send a message to Steve because we've got a regular follower on Twitch and he's determined to get in a game with us, but just it doesn't happen. There's something comical that goes on every single time. That's it for it. That's it for it.
So to introduce ourselves for those that don't know us, I'm Richard. I'm Descendos on the forums, and I'm one of the programmers at Nomad Games, and I work on Talisman.
I am Gareth, and I am Fommelhort in the Steam forums. I'm a producer at Nomad, but for Talisman I do QA and customer support. So whenever there's like online Steam arguments or debates or announcements, it tends to be me that deals with all of them.
And we're getting the beta's moving along quite well. There's a lot less. We thought it would be so much buggier and crashier than it is.
So we're currently
It's full.
in beta. There we go, ready up. Yeah, we're in beta for Dragons. Just waiting on you, Uncle John. And we've decided we're gonna open the beta up to more people, and we're gonna run it for longer to ensure when the game actually comes out, it's in as healthy, as strong, and as stable
Thanks for that.
a position it can be in.
You're gonna pay for that. Pandora's box.
Oh, I love Pandora's Box.
If we get there.
Could we beat Amazon?
I don't know. I like martial artist.
Optional movement.
I know, but martial artist also has optional movement,
Yeah, he can leapfrog.
and he gets a free weapon.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
So on 3, 1, 2. Then we
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
1, 2, 3. Yes, Amazon.
Oh, Marta. The game might end pretty quickly then. Oh wow, that's big of you, Cheshire Cat Girl.
Making a point.
Marta is really strong.
Hi, Malgamus. Hi, Geeky Chappy.
It was a good turnout tonight. Lots of people. Welcome everyone.
If we're too noisy or if the game's too noisy, let us know and we'll just move it up or down where it needs to be. Should we start with the sales pitch early on, get it out of the way?
You can do if you want.
What I'll do is I'll use my magical portal device to look at the email.
I couldn't live without phones. You know, if we went back 10 years, I don't know what I'd do with myself without smartphones. They're just too
I'd be
convenient.
playing Snake.
I'd be
10 years ago, I would have been. Yeah, smartphones are out then.
They couldn't properly get on the internet. They were like really dodgy. You could only do like certain websites.
I'm sure the
Yep.
first iPhone came out in like 2007.
You also had to have money. I didn't have money.
Yeah, that sucks.
I have money now. Didn't have money then. I was young.
Humble brag.
I'm
Pretty
not-
flush now.
I'm not.
But back when I was poor.
There's a difference between being a working adult that can afford, you know, certain liberties and being a child that has pocket money. I didn't even have pocket money. I had to earn my. I had to do chores for about a pound a week.
And they were forced chores. It's not as if it was an option.
Oh, it was optional.
Oh, mine wasn't. It was
yours
like
were an option.
you get £5 for washing the car, but you have to wash the car.
They were supposed to be optional, but I just didn't do them if I didn't want to do them. And yeah, alright. So we fought an ice elemental, and we're gonna lose. It's not a great way to start the game.
Oh no. I've got a spreadsheet. I've got a Windows phone. There's no way my phone's dealing with that.
I don't know why you have a Windows phone.
I don't know why I have a Windows phone either. I'm not sure if we're allowed to disparage products, but never get a Windows phone.
I know we had just to help you out because you're having to look for it. I know we had a sale on Bundle Stars, which was Talisman down to like £1.50 or something. I don't know if that's still up.
We were front page on Bundle Stars.
And then we're also doing a PayPal deal where if you spend £20
on Steam,
you get £5 in PayPal.
Something like that, yeah.
But I don't know the specifics behind that. I won't lie.
Where's mail? I'm sure it's my account that's logged onto this.
Oh yeah, I don't have my work account on my phone because I don't want my work to run. We've got this sort of automated machine at work that builds Talisman for us, and it likes to spam you emails, and so I can't have that on my phone for my own sanity.
I put mine into. I created a folder.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Then muted the folder.
Yeah, that's what I did. But that's the reason I just never bothered to put it on, because it took me a while to figure out I could put it in a folder.
I want this on iPad. Yes, I can.
Giving us a fair chance, Cheshire Cat Girl. That's very kind of you. It's very kind of you.
There you go. Thank you, Talisman Island. There's the Bundle Stars one. Alright, so reductions on Talisman. So for the base edition, we've got 80% off. Gold is 45% off. Season Pass is 40. Character Packs is 40. Frost March 30. Dungeon 30. And then Runestone, Sacred Pool, Nether Realm 60% off. Reaper 30% off. Blood Moon 40% off. Firelands 40% off. Highlands 50% off. And City 50% off. There's 80% off Flatland Solitaire and Backgammon Blitz.
You need those.
Your Steam library is not complete without them. Literally. Talisman, the Horus Heresy, 80% off the base for that. So if you fancy checking out the 40k version of Talisman, is that fair to say what it is?
Yeah, about 30k if you want to.
It's 40k on 30k.
People will complain.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi Talisman in space. Space Talisman. Just put space in front of every word in it. It works.
So we got 80% off the base version of that, 40% off the season pass, 60% off the soundtrack. The guy who did the music for Talisman Digital Edition also did the music for Talisman the Horus Heresy, and it is delightful. Character packs 50% off, and the expansions for Isfan and Prospero also 60% off. And I think that is the sales pitch. That is the sales segment complete.
I think that's when the Steam sales hit, which I don't think is until tonight. I mean,
Steam sales are supposed to be secret, aren't they? But
because there's a summer sale coming up.
Yeah, I know, but they never say when it starts. But we were told to mention all that stuff.
Yeah, but
Steam
it's not. It didn't happen before I logged off on my machine, so it's probably going to happen. I think Jethro said it was 6 o'clock in the morning, but I might be wrong.
That'd be like midnight East Coast and 10 p.m. West Coast.
Sounds about right.
This is based on Xbox updates. To be fair, Xbox updates normally come at 4 p.m. our time.
Yeah, there's a lot of money. We did give away it all on a raffle. Well, we did give a bunch of free copies. We give 1,000 copies out of the base game. Yeah,
we did a recent survey. I was going to say quiz then. Yeah, it was a survey. Fill in your details and you can have a free copy of Talisman.
But that was a one-off. We're not going to keep doing it. Sorry. If you keep logging in though, and watching our streams, we do a fair amount of giveaways. So do keep checking back. Today is not one of those days.
Yeah, because Revlo's dead. R.I.P. Revlo.
Yeah, we had a sort of bot that was good for doing these competitions, but because that's not there anymore, we're not going to be giving away. But we will find other ways of giving stuff back. But
I'm sure we can send messages over Steam.
Yeah.
Not Steam. That Twitch.
Yeah, we most of our offers and free stuff will be given out on the stream. That's, we've given 1,000 copies out of Talisman now since last week. Everyone should have received that, I think, yesterday. We used this new system. No bot. No bot. But you're not lucky enough to get in on time, Talisman Island. Also, Gareth's here for you to bully.
He won't. Because I'll just give it back. He's an easy target, that Talisman Island.
Is he?
Should really treat him with care. He's very delicate.
Is he? Is he delicate?
He is.
Are you delicate?
No, I'm hard.
Are
I'm
you?
tough. Ah, man.
Moss side. That's a
Local references.
I'm just niching on niche, you know. Oh, goodbye, ox, donkey, fish, monk, dog.
That is a
Ox,
cracking
donkey,
name.
fish, dog.
That is a cracking Steam name.
Ox, donkey, fish, dog. I'm picturing it. I'm horrified.
Well, ox and donkey aren't too far apart. Fish and dog are.
So- Okay, so I'm picturing a donkey body with an ox face.
That's pretty much donkey.
So now I'm replacing the bottom half with the octopus tentacles. So a donkey body, octopus tentacles.
Octopus isn't a fish, is it?
Yes.
It's like some other pod or something.
Which is a fish.
No! Fish has gills and stuff.
You know when you go to
Fish
the,
has like a fins and gills.
if you go to the seafood section, it's got octopus. No, that's everything on that everything on that list is fish as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter what name it goes under.
Your missus will not be very happy with that.
She doesn't eat fish a lot.
Yeah, isn't she all for? It's a cephalopod. There you go.
Cephalopod. See, you've got the beauty of Google. But yeah, Giselle's an anti-pescatarian is what I call her, which is where she'll eat anything but fish because she believes it's unsustainable. Which is a nice idea. I like that. Duck is
Not that you recognise fish.
No, octopus is a fish.
Can you also find duck in the seafood section?
It's not the same. A duck is a bird. It's obvious. Does it swim?
Seems obvious.
Does it swim? It's a fish.
Flying fish fly. Or, well, they glide. But I've seen it and it's majestic.
But they don't. They're not birds because they don't have birdie things. They don't have beaks. They don't have wings. They don't have feathers.
They don't have gizzards.
What's a gizzard?
Gizzard is an organ in a bird that kind of push things up. It's like they eat stones and the stones are held in the gizzard, and it means they can eat nuts and they crack the nuts internally and seeds and stuff. They break it down
Why do they eat stones?
so they can crush corn and nuts.
How do they know when they've reached their optimal uptake of stones?
How do you know when you're full?
Do they pass stones as well? Do they go through, or are they
I
just
don't
infinitely
know.
kept inside?
This is half remembered stuff.
I know, but it's interesting.
It's partially accurate.
You've got me interested now. You can't back off.
It's a talisman. Talisman is like it's a cross between Monopoly and Dungeons and Dragons. It's the easiest way to describe it. I'm sure if you are watching this, you probably already know what it is. If you don't and you're very confused, we all pick characters at the start of the game, we're rolling for movement, and then certain spaces let us draw cards, like the 6 fates in, and certain spaces let us roll for various outcomes, like there's a city and a tavern and a village, where if you roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, different things happen, depending on what the space says.
We've got this big rule book that you have to read, and then it's a lot.
That you
of
have to
rules.
read and then immediately get into an argument with someone about.
A lot of the talisman rules are fairly subjective,
Yes.
unfortunately. Tuna pasta bake is generally the veggie option. My favourite veggie options anywhere are some sort of combinations of a cheese and a vegetable, or mushrooms.
Tuna is also not vegetarian friendly.
Is it not?
It's pescatarian friendly. Tuna's a fish. Vegetarians don't eat animals.
Oh. Right, it's barely meat though, is it? It's just sort of ground up stuff from the bottom of the ocean. Whatever can fit into the grinder. It's cat food, really, tuna. Unless you get proper tuna, which is expensive. But delicious.
I'm sure it is.
Swordfish
I'd
is my
say I'm
favourite
sure
fish.
it is. It's not horrible. Even when I used to eat meat, which is like 11 years ago now, tuna knocked me sick.
Are swordfish endangered? I ate swordfish when I was in Spain, and it is without a doubt the best fish I've ever tasted. It's up there with monkfish.
I can imagine it's very tough.
It's the opposite.
Not that that's a bad thing.
It's hard to describe.
Because it's
You know how
agile.
monkfish doesn't have any bones?
No,
Well, monkfish,
have no bones.
they don't. It's crazy.
The more you know.
But they're really just succulent and delicious. Swordfish is kind of like that, with one bone in the middle, and the rest of it's just sort of pure muscle, and it's really tender. It's not very tough at all. There was like no bones apart from that one in the middle, which I love. I don't like bones in my fish.
Sounds like an aubergine. It's kind of got a tough exterior and it's really soft and succulent in the middle.
You mean eggplant? Is that what an aubergine is, or are you thinking of a courgette?
No, I'm thinking of an aubergine.
What's an aubergine? Is it like
It's like this, and it's purple.
that's an eggplant?
No, you're not American.
We call it eggplant.
What's
yeah,
it?
if you Google it, aubergine, it comes up with eggplant at the top.
Yeah, Google is an American company.
Oh,
It'll do that. See, aubergines don't have bones.
That's
Proof.
I wish you could just like you know the way you feel an aubergine and it feels so tender and succulent. It kind of like prompts you to go and just take a giant bite out of it. But I promise you that is not a good idea, and it does taste disgusting.
Ox, donkey, fish, dog. Sort your connection out.
Yeah, it feels so just instantly edible. But the only way my favourite way of cooking aubergine is to cut them really thinly and then soak them in salt water and then fry them up.
I used to get gourmet food delivered. What did I used to get?
If it's delivered, is it really that gourmet?
It was gourmet. It was awesome. Jetha and Amanda get it.
Oh, you're
The box
talking
of
about the
foods?
boxes. Yeah. They're not
Yeah.
sponsoring us, we promise.
I can't even remember the name. They were dead tasty, but they always had like not hummus, halloumi.
Halloumi.
Halloumi and
goes on
aubergine.
everything. Yeah, I think we had a barbecue recently, and the person that bought the vegetarian didn't even bring halloumi, and I was like,
What are you playing at?
shame on you.
I thought you were vegetarian.
Brought corn. Who eats that? What sick person eats corn?
It's not. I do get Grey's boxes, but it's not Grey's.
Corn actually does taste a lot better than it used to. I had some of them, but it still doesn't taste that great.
I'd recommend Linda McCartney quarter pounder burgers.
I will try that.
They are fit.
I will try that if we have the vegetarian round. With halloumi, just in case.
I had a barbecue recently, and I threw a load of halloumi on because the meat eaters turned up with halloumi, and I was like, "What am I going to feed you now? All we have is halloumi."
That's enough. You put but the problem is it was so hot that the halloumi just instantly melted. So what we had to learn to do was you put it on and then you very quickly turn it over and then you very quickly put it on someone's plate because it will melt and then end up burning. We kind of had this thing where we
Trips
had
through the barbecue.
and then we had a giant fire.
Yeah, I had some R.I.P. that one piece of halloumi that slipped through.
I felt so bad about it. It looked so delicious.
I did halloumi and
Oh, my
I
luck.
rubbed it in reggae sauce
You're making me
for
hungry.
half of them,
You're making
and
me
the other
hungry.
half I rubbed in Nando's peri-peri sauce.
Oh, that's Nando's peri-peri.
It was happy on both sides. And crispy pancakes. They are not it.
Very hungry.
Why? Because you're hungry.
I want to. Oh yeah, but because you mentioned halloumi, and I'm picturing, turkey twisters.
Yeah.
I've not had them in forever. I'm kind of craving them.
Billy Bear ham.
Billy Bear ham. Oh my god, take me back. Take me back on this journey. What was it? There was a
Like dinosaur drumsticks as well.
dinosaur drumsticks. Oh, they're probably all illegal now for some reason.
Yeah. They were probably all the food that had horse in.
Back in my day, we didn't care what children ate. We just gave them all the crap and shit we normally feed to dogs,
That's
and
a
it
pa-
works out.
Pound for the swear jar.
Oh, damn it! Sorry. Have you seen Jamie Oliver? There was that special when he went to America, and because he's all about getting kids to eat healthy, and he went to America. He was showing them how they make chicken nuggets because all the kids were like, "Yeah, we like chicken nuggets." So he shows them how they make the chicken nuggets, and the way he makes them is he starts grinding them all up, and he's got that pink sort of jelly slurpy goop right there.
Yep.
And he goes, Right, so who of you here want to eat that? And they all put their hands up. And he looks so defeated. He looks like a man that is just, his life's purpose is just he's given up on it. It's just so depressing.
I've just noticed our stream is going out cropped. There's a border around the Talisman game. Is that because of this screen's like
It's because
1910?
It's because I'm not on full screen, I think. Oop, so if I go like that. But the problem is it doesn't on that screen. So if I put it on that one. No, go. This is why I didn't do it.
Right. So we X up.
Right. Oh my god, I managed to get it working. Right, so now it's on that one. Oh, see, this is the problem. It's Jethro's PC. We're on Jethro's PC, by the way, guys. Right, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. So,
Why does he have such mismatched monitors? That's 4x3. That's like 1910, and that one I think is 16:9.
I stopped thinking about these things a long time ago. Well, yeah, the thing is, you're probably getting this handed down. It's like somebody else in the office is no longer using a monitor, so you get a nick one. And programmers need as many monitors as you can fit on the PC. As many ports as there are for monitors is how many you need. A programmer's worth is defined by how many monitors he has. You can't get enough though. The more information you can fit on the screens, the better. I want them like a nice sort of 3x3 setup, but you've got 9. And they're all connected.
There's a guy that worked at Rooster Teeth that sadly passed away, but his name was Monty.
I know Monty.
Oh,
I used to watch him when he was just making the Dead Alive videos. What they called? Dead Fantasy.
yes.
Yes. No, when he was making those.
And he, imagine kind of like a news network on a TV show where the editor has to bust into the room and talk to the people doing the scripts or the volumes, and there's just like loads and loads of screens. That's what Monty had. And he was all about information consumption.
He had a broken sleeping schedule where he
It wasn't broken. He broke it.
Well, yeah.
He opted for that sleeping. He worked on a 36-hour schedule.
Yeah, and then he'd sleep. So he would always be in the office at really odd times to the people that worked with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was also an amazing dancer.
He's just amazing at everything.
Oh, he's so talented. But I suppose you've got to be very visually aware of you know how bodies move if you're going to be animating that kind of thing. But he's easily one of the best naturally talented combat animators that has ever been born, and unfortunately he's passed away before he could complete his baby.
I remember the guys at Rooster Teeth talking about him and sharing stories, and he said they had his parents come over one time and they were kind of asking what Monty was like as a kid, because they just couldn't picture him as a kid. And they said he was the type of person that if they'd go out and they'd leave him home alone, they would sit him in front of the TV with just the remote, and his instruction was, watch TV, don't break anything, don't leave the room because we know what you like, leave everything as it is. They'd come home and the remote would be in bits. And he'd be like, I just wanted to know how it worked.
That's a great way of thinking, in my opinion. I had similar issues, but not quite as chaotic, I suppose. I feared the whip. I can say that I've definitely broken things to figure out how they work. But once you figure it out how they work, or you've broken them to the point where they're no longer useful, you kind of don't care about them anymore.
Yeah. I'm the type of person that would just ask someone that has previously broken stuff, so I don't have to do it myself.
I miss fiddling around with stuff. Maybe I'll go home and break some things.
If you're allowed.
How does plate work? Yeah, I've got the girlfriend. That's true. I don't know. Maybe I've conditioned her. Maybe she's used to the madness by now.
I was on a phone call to my dad the other day, and I can't remember what he was saying, but he was like, "Are you on something?" I was like, "Dad, I'm just strange. You know this." And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you are."
That's amazing. Ooh, I can't move. What's going on?
Choose a space to travel to.
Yeah, but I've not got the space. Is someone zooming in and out consistently? Because that can happen when... Oh, no, that's why.
Oxy, donkey... Oxy. Ox, donkey, fish, dog.
It's not an easy thing to say fast, is it?
It's not. Ox, donkey, fish, dog.
Right. Let's go... what should I do? I probably need to... Oh, I don't have a gold. I was going to say I could go
There's
heal.
gold on the space, so we're about to die.
Heal.
Heal.
I've encountered the space.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Heal, and then we'll pick up the gold at the end of the turn.
I'm pro. That was
Sure.
planned. That was totally planned. Should realise there's gold there. Gotta run. See you, Talisman Island.
Bye, Talisman Island.
I want pizza now. I want everything on a pizza. When I was in university, the best thing that you could get was just everything on the menu stuffed into a calzone. The best bit about calzone is it's a folded pizza, so you can take it with you.
It's like an Italian burrito.
Yeah. I love pizza, and I love the idea of being able to carry it wherever I want. A calzone fulfills all of these criteria.
I love pizza. I love pizza.
Is that a thing?
No, it's I love lamp. Anchorman. Brick.
Oh no, you're not. I don't remember it. Anchorman. I've seen Anchorman.
Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Yes, it didn't. I don't know. A lot of people were laughing at it, and I watched it with them, and I didn't find it that funny.
Ron Burgundy's explaining the concept of love and why he loves his paramour, and Brick's trying to join in, and he's naming inanimate objects, and Ron's like,
I remember now. Yeah.
"Do you even know what love is?" And he's like, "I love lamp. I love lamp."
I remember now.
But pizza, because that's context.
I wanted to enjoy that movie. Everyone else was enjoying it. I feel left out. I don't know why.
I hate it now.
It just didn't tickle my funny bone.
It is. It's a very broad. It's like Michael McIntyre comedy. It's very broad and appeals to a broad spectrum of people, but it's not
I don't know,
specific.
they kept playing that sexist angle, and it's worth maybe one joke, and then after that, I couldn't get behind it. Do you know what I mean? It's like
It is vaguely based on a true story.
which doesn't make it more funny or less funny.
That's true.
But yeah, have you seen Mad Men?
No,
Well,
I hear good things. That's
that
the
is
John
good.
Sim one, right?
They're incredibly sexist in that, but it doesn't make the story less good or more good. It's the same sort of thing, but it is phenomenal. It's just really well written. It's kind of scary how bad it was back then, and how horrible men were. Maybe I'm just a lefty, but yeah, some of them can be a bit dickish. Maybe it's just men in general.
£2 for the swear jar.
It's not men in general. I'm generalising.
Spade.
I'm sweeping with
Shovel.
a broad brush. The people in those advertising companies, they were the ones that acted in such a horrible way. Were horrible. The ones that are characters and fictional. There we go. I've corrected myself.
Yeah, you got out of that one.
No.
It's a Talisman. So the base game is this central board that is 80% off at the moment. That is standard Talisman. But along with the base game, you can get a plethora of expansions that can either expand the area you can play with, or they can increase the number of characters you can play with, the number of cards you can draw from the deck, and they can also bring in alternative endings. So the corner board expansions that we can see at the moment are, let's see if I am the right way round, I think so. Okay, wait until I catch up with me so I can point correctly. Oh, that doesn't help. I've got both fingers up. Right, up in the top right is the dungeon. That is the difficult region at the moment. Up in the top left is the city. That is the shopping district, and that gives proper value to money. In the bottom left is the highland, and that's kind of like the medium difficulty range. So if you are looking to buff your character up, you can roll around the base a few times, go into the highland, power up a bit, go into the dungeon, power up a bit further, and then go into the city and spend whatever gold you've managed to amass in that time on all sorts of wonderful followers and objects and weapons and armor and all the good stuff the game has to offer.
Let's go to the city.
We've got no money.
You get money in the city.
You do.
Like this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Now I've got money. So I might
We need Sword of Truth. What are you doing?
Also, since we're playing on sudden death, I should probably keep everything.
It's a point for the object or a point for the gold.
Yeah. Alright. I'm selling both. I'm not gonna get use out of Talisman probably on sudden death. How are you enjoying the heat?
I despise heat. I'm a pasty ginger nerd,
British people are not built for this weather.
and pasty ginger nerds even less so.
Have you burned yet?
No, because I have not been in the sun yet.
Well, I've been doing it in my garden. I've got a shovel. And we're trying to murder this bush. Oh my god.
Ox, donkey, fish, dog.
It's okay to give up.
Yeah, I've recently been to Italy, and I spent the time in this hoodie pretty much. I was like, everyone's in bikinis or shorts, and there was a lot of skin on show. And there's me with my 3/4, my hood's up, my shades are on. And everyone's like looking at me going, "Aren't you hot?" And I was like, "Yes, but I'm not burnt." And then I got in the pool for a bit and ended up with horrifically burnt shoulders.
Having, actually having a hoodie on and everything like that, as long as it's, something you can breathe through, it is actually better. It will keep you colder. Shade.
It's not strictly proven, but the kind of, I'm sure we spoke about this. The Bedouins out in Middle East and Northern African countries, the reason why they wear black is because, in theory, convection currents makes the heat rise and away from your body.
A lot of them wear white because that reflects the most light.
What roundabout? That's because
the log's kind of broken. I don't know if it's fixed on beta or not yet.
Because the ox donkey fish dog, when he leaves, it
We're
resets.
on 20 rounds, Uncle John.
Yeah, with 20 cap. I'm not sure what round we're on.
I probably won't be able to stay for all of it, unfortunately. I would love to, but you know the drill. But you might stay.
Yeah, I'll finish the game.
It is okay to give up. Please. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, let's finish the game. Yeah. I'm looking forward to being able to, we've redone the UI here at the bottom.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to expanding that out further, especially with more expansions.
I like compacting it and condensing it so it's not there.
Well, it does fold away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so
nice.
on the beta that we're currently running for the next expansion out, the Dragon, you click on the button that opens. I'm going for a long explanation here. If you click on the tab that is open, that compacts the entire description box at the bottom. So all you have is game screen. So if you want to use quick spells, you need to be either quick on the draw or use it through your item menu. But if you're like me, you like everything being neat and tidy and in its place, it's nice to look at the board.
Kind of works like a general tabbing system, like you'd expect a tab system to work.
Yep.
So it's all tabbed and you can minimize it. So like kind of window on Windows. Sorry, Cheshire Girl. Cheshire Cat Girl. Sorry you hate this number of rounds. But Gareth can't stay here forever. Unfortunately.
I can stay here longer than 20 rounds. And we'll never be able to find out what round we're on because ox, donkey, fish, dog keeps leaving.
There was one point where at the moment when I missed my last bus once and I was like, I'm going to be staying the night in the office, aren't I? I didn't end up having to because I ended up getting a lift home from I think a relative. But there was a moment where I was like, is it legal to stay in the office overnight? I don't think it is.
Accidentally clicked on the wrong button. I don't think our insurance covers.
It's probably an insurance thing. Probably not allowed to do it.
We're not doing well. Are you sure sudden death's on?
Yeah. Yeah. Good if you could click somewhere in the UI and then get it to pop up and tell you how many points you're on instead of waiting for the prompts.
It would be good. If only someone could do that.
I can, that's what I'm saying. might look into doing that.
Where would you put it?
I'd put it in the endings tab bit. So in the beta we've got this tab system at the bottom and one of them has the ending card in it.
Yes.
We'll put a little button on that.
I suppose if you're playing sudden death you can, because you have to click on the ending card to get the description of it anyway.
It could say the number of rounds left. It could let you click it to find out the number of points.
Come on, man.
He's doing it on purpose. I'm going to find you, ox, donkey, fish,
Dog.
dog.
And every time we get a black screen, the mystical green screen behind us tries to break through.
Oh yeah, it's happening. Yeah. It's because the
It's because of the light directly behind.
the light's changing a little bit as it gets dark, which is the issue.
OBS Studio.
That's not it.
would sort this for us.
I'll fix it.
There we go. Oh, the machine's given up as well now.
You know, we'll have to start pre-approving people's internet connections before we let them into our games. It's good that we could have a chat though.
Yeah. It's nice to catch up and talk about food.
I'm really hungry. I've not been eating well lately either, because I had 3 donuts for lunch yesterday.
I've not been eating well because I had 3 donuts for lunch.
That's like 600 calories of just nothing of value. Saturated fats and horribleness.
You need that.
You need saturated fats. Just,
About 6.
just say random numbers.
I don't know.
You look after your weight better than I do. You do. You've got like a calorie counter and everything.
No, I used to. Then I got a Windows phone,
Oh.
and calorie counter didn't work on Windows phone. It did when I first had it.
You could just pretend you've got one on your wrist and just draw it on the biro.
I could. I could use pen and paper, but that's old fashioned. That's archaic.
Archaic. But no, we don't do that anymore. We've got to have an app.
Gotta
have an app for that.
It worked. I'd scan the barcode and it'd say this is 167 calories, and I'd be like, cracking.
Oh yeah, Jethro's got that. I might get it.
It is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Unless you've got a Windows phone, it doesn't work for Windows.
I feel bad for you, man.
It used to, and then it just stopped working. And like after a few months of it not working, I googled like how to fix
They
it.
stopped supporting it.
Yeah, there's just a company message saying because of the hoops we have to jump through to get on Windows Phone, it's like,
Can't blame them. I
It's
know.
not worth it.
We go through so many nightmares getting ours working on other devices, and we have a system in place. We have an engine which works on multiple platforms, and we still have to jump through hoops. Yeah, I can only imagine it's worse. On if you're not, even if you are doing that, you still got all those hoops. It's just not worth. It's not financially viable, is it? Sometimes.
this is personal thoughts. These opinions do not represent the opinions of Nomad Games.
Yes.
Not that anyone will ever care.
I don't know. Has anyone got? We used to use we had Talisman on the Kindle a long time ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
But that was just no one was playing on it.
It's because we had a low user base, and our engine is Marmalade, and we have to make our game work on Marmalade, and then Marmalade have to make sure their game can be pushed out to certain storefronts. So as storefronts update the way their stores work, it moves away from the engine, and as engines update the way the engine works, that moves away from the storefronts, and we just really, really struggled to keep Kindle and Marmalade working together.
Zip for it. What are you doing? I think people are trying to rejoin, which is causing an issue.
So if it's in chat, maybe they stopped watching because they didn't want to see what we had. You should never care about that. Oh, look at our hand.
Yeah. I had this issue when people were trying to rejoin before, when I was trying to roll my dice, and it's because they're trying to rejoin but the connection's a bit dodgy on their end, which causes the game to sort of try and wait for them to properly connect.
We could do a resume lobby.
Might have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Taking too long.
Right. I was about to say you should probably do that. Kat, Zipfrit and John, I think, are watching on Twitch. We'll do a quit and resume.
I can't resume.
It's because the table's still open.
Oh.
So you've only got rejoin option at the moment.
Yet. Yeah.
Although it is showing 4 out of 6 people in the lobby, which means either the machine or Ox, Donkey, Fist Dog
Oh, they
is
all
in game.
No, that's right. They all have to leave.
To get resume, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Hi again.
Again, if you're really struggling to connect, please just fall on your sword and contact our support. Thank you. That would be great.
Right. Who's got the start game button? Hey, there's the machine. Oh. The machine's gone.
It's just on the interest of actually completing a game today. Why can't we start?
That's because we're not the host.
Oh, right, someone else is the host.
Yeah, whoever's got the most up-to-date save will be able to start the game.
I'm sorry about this, guys. Sometimes when people have bad connections, this can happen.
Hey, and we're off. That's the draw spell button. Excellent. If you ever come across any issues in Talisman, whether it's an internet connection, lobby connection, whether you find a card that doesn't do what it says, if you're playing on Steam, go to the Steam community and make a bug report there, or you can contact us at...
Nomad. Yeah, well, you can either contact us on the forums or support at nomadgames.co.uk.
Support at nomadgames.co.uk.
It's the heat. It gets to your brain and makes it not work.
I want to take my hoodie off because it's too hot, but I'm wearing a vest. And the world is not ready for that.
I want to take my top off. I'll be in my underwear at home. Picture that, guys.
In front of the fan.
Oh yeah. We've got a cat at home. I talk about him too much. I'm sure he's gonna get sick of this, but we've got a cat at home, and he's
going to.
He feels trapped in his furry cage lately because of how hot it is, and he generally looks depressed, almost because he's not used to the heat, and he's just sort of flopped. He's found 2 new places to hide in. One of his favourite places is next to the toilet, because the toilet has a big tank of water which manages to stay cool, so he'll just sit on the toilet because it's cool. The other is next to the fridge for when it opens.
Huh.
I feel bad for him, but we got him some ice sort of to play with, and he's not interested in it at all.
It's too cold.
Yeah, I suppose. What I did was I tried giving him a sort of fridged water bottle, chilled water bottle, fridged. I'm making new words up. We gave him a chilled water bottle.
That's not like you.
And I do make it. He didn't seem interested in that either. Just ignored it. But for some reason, the fridge and the toilet obsessed. He will moan if you move him.
And it's probably just that right temperature.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I have this when I'm driving, and it's a hot day. Your car's been sat in the car park for 8 hours.
It's too cold. Too cold when you wind the windows down. Too warm when you wind it up.
When I turn right.
Oh.
So as you're driving forward with the momentum, all the air kind of goes over you and it drifts in, and it's noisy, and you want to listen to your music, so you have to wind your window up and be hot, because otherwise you're just like in your ear.
Yeah.
But then if you turn right, it changes the way the air flows over your car, and you just get a breeze in your face, and it's glorious.
Yeah. Well, it's alright if you're in the back seat. You get plenty of it. Too much even. No matter when you pull out all the window. We went up through Scotland in someone's car, and they had the windows fully down the whole time because of the heat. And I was in the back, and I was just constantly like, out the window. Well, I didn't need to be out the window because the amount of wind that was coming through, because we were going at 70 miles per hour on the motorway, both the windows fully down. I was like, my hair was just a complete mess afterwards as well. It was like I had an afro.
I need to again get a haircut.
Yeah, you and me both.
Cause the hot weather is just making my hair do stupid things. Plus me doing this with it.
You look beautiful. You look like a crown.
The crown of command.
What's it called when you're slightly blonde and ginger?
Strawberry ginger.
Strawberry blonde. You got strawberry blonde hair. Strawberry blonde crown.
I can see my hair now.
I'm going to call you strawberry shortcake.
Who's winning? Yeah, that's a good question. In terms of strength, probably the AI. AI's made most advancements.
2, 3, and
do we? Are you sure sudden death's on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rounds remaining 11. So as we've got sudden death on, unless someone completes the ending, which is Pandora's box,
Uncle John's winning. You can continue now. Sorry.
It will go by the number of items you have plus the gold that you've got, plus any followers you have, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. True.
And Uncle John should be winning that. Also, he's got the spell book, which means he's definitely going to win.
Oh, there we go. The machine's winning.
I eat my words.
Go the machine.
He has a lot of gold.
He has 3 gold.
Right.
So you can go for what, another 15 minutes?
I think we might be able to finish it.
We won't.
If we
So-
don't have connection issues, which is why I put it on 20 rounds, because like we could definitely do it if we don't have connection issues.
20 rounds and 3 people is done in like 40 minutes. 20 rounds
I
and
should've
6
thought.
people
I should have had a fight.
takes forever.
For the first time ever, I will not use this to get another turn because it gives me more points. I'm just really hot. I'm sorry, guys.
Humble brag.
Oh no, yeah. It's like it's been like 27 degrees for like 3 days in a row. Was it?
It's
now?
over 30.
Over 30.
Yeah.
Maybe in like when you're in the warmer places in your house.
No,
Or
outside.
next to computer. Outside.
Yeah,
Really?
I read something the other day that said Britain was heading for its 5th day in a row of over 30-degree temperatures.
Global warming is real. It's gonna give us great tan.
I'm happy with my hair right now.
Shall I join you? Would that make you feel more comfortable?
I don't think you used to have the hair.
Hang on. Am I doing it? How's it going?
You proud of me? No,
No?
no.
Does it look stupid?
You look slightly more bedhead. Whereas I look legit crazy.
So-
Digging it.
Dig your heels in. This is who I am.
I am who I am.
What's that from?
I don't know.
That's
Carousel?
It's a meme or something.
It's not from Carousel. Carousel's the summertime one. Summertime.
No, I don't know what you're doing there either. I feel like my meme game.
And the living
I guess everyone usually in the chat just in here.
easy.
No, a lot of people do chat on here. I think we had a
We have lurkers.
yeah, a lot of lurkers. We you know, Uncle John's and Zifrit and Talisman Island before he had to go. Geeky Chappy, they've all been talking. Gail Blizzy.
Yeah, we've got friends. You.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
He's getting weird. He's singing songs, dancing. Do a dance.
No,
Oh,
don't dance. I sing ironically. I do not dance ironically. We owe someone a postcard as well.
Do we? Oh yeah, we used to, on because we used to have Revlo, which
Yeah.
gave out rewards, and one of those rewards was doing press ups. One of them was giving out a postcard.
Simon Snow, we will get a postcard to you if you're watching this or if you go back and watch this.
Did we have his address?
We had. No.
That would be the first part.
Revlo's dead. Rest in peace, Revlo. So we can't see
We
that.
have the data.
But we've sent him a copy of Talisman, I think, previously on Twitch. So we do have his account, so we can send him a message and find it from.
And then we'll know where you live.
And then we'll blame it on Revlo. We'll be like, we were going to send you a postcard, but Revlo died, so we lost your address.
Well, now you've left us open, and they know that.
Yeah, he'll be talking to us.
Oh, you know he's gonna want that postcard. Everyone wants a postcard from Nomad.
We've got some. UJ!
Stop doing this to us. Ironically, we've had more stable games on the beta, which is just wrong, by the way.
The game's supposed to be broken in beta.
We had a single crash on the beta when we played with online people, and that was pretty solvable because it was to do with the village and memory issues, because we've recently been fiddling with that because of the way the memory works with it.
Memory issues is the bane of a developer's life.
It's really complicated. But we're better at not doing the ones that kind of run away and then become impossible to debug these days. We usually focus on the
The ones that kind of run away.
when you do something that's pretty big, you can sort of miss something that ends up happening much further down later on.
What big?
I'm not going to give you context on it. It's too specific per scenario. But most of the things we do when we're developing new content and not changing anything big, we just do memory things within a very contained area. It's only when we go back over old stuff we might end up procking new ones up. If that makes sense.
Procking.
I'm making words up to help you out here.
What? Doesn't that make it harder?
No, well, ooh, 3 potions. That might put me up quite close. And I'll keep all of them. Now who's winning?
But let us know after when there's 5 turns remain.
It's very hard to describe these things to someone that doesn't know it, if that makes sense.
Right. So if I could put it into layman's terms, a game has memory. It takes memory to hold card art, to hold text, to hold
Yes.
AI instructions.
And
All the code takes
because
memory.
we use C++, we control our own memory.
But for the game to run efficiently and not use up too much CPU, it has to fall within a certain limit. And memory issues.
CPU is something different, but you're not that far off. I'll let you off.
But memory issues tend to occur in what's called memory leaks, when something basically goes from A to B to A to B.
It's not
to B
always
to B
memory
to B.
leaks when you have issues with memory,
That's
which
a
is why I say
common one.
issue memories. Well, no, not that common. Memory leaks are much more dangerous because they are very difficult to track down, and they're also really you can catch them. You'll know when they're happening. They're harder to find out where they're happening from, because if they are happening, it's pretty easy to spot them once you know to look for them. I'm in a game, but it's taken automatically. Oh. Did you take too long? Did you miss your turn? Did the eye take your turn?
Cheshire Cat Girl, roll 5, drew card healing potion, gained object, used object, gained 1 life.
Sounds like you took too long. We do have a really short timeout.
It's 30 seconds, I
Yeah.
think.
We actually might win this. The eye did not take over. Well,
Huh?
how did your turn happen then? If the eye must have taken. I mean, did the eye do stuff, even though it didn't take over?
So did your turn progress normally? It's not as if you just didn't do anything. Was it like you missing a turn, or did someone roll and move and draw and all
Was
that
it
kind of
like
stuff?
the eye took over, but you didn't lose the timeout? I wasn't paying attention. Where should we go?
We milked the city. Head for the
I agree.
Highlands.
I agree. Yep, good.
Woo!
Should be able to take your turn. I don't know what's going on, but in the log, something did happen. So someone took your turn.
So did you miss your turn?
It looked like the eye took your
Right.
turn, but you didn't run out of time. I assume is what you mean. I don't know then. If I was paying attention, I might be able to help you. So.
Right. There's a healing potion, and it shouldn't have. Are you getting your go this turn round?
The good news is actually we have a video, right?
Yeah.
We can watch the video and see what happens.
Watch playback.
Yeah. We'll check it on the video Cheshire Cat Girl and then see if we can recreate anything.
And again. Is it giving you any UI options? Are you being offered the chance to roll, or is it just like you're a spectator to your own turn?
She's probably been set to be an AI player because of some reason.
I've never known that to happen.
I don't want to say this, but if you quit and rejoin, it will probably fix it. I don't know what's caused it, but I'll try and enable the code later on. Yeah, spectator. So I don't know how this might have happened.
Yeah, quit and rejoin.
It's the only thing I can think of. It's the way to fix it.
There's currently a major fix that we're working on at the moment where if you quit or complete a game, you get a black screen and it can cause you to miss the XP screen.
That has eluded us for so long.
And it just started happening on my PC.
Yeah, because it happened on your PC, I started looking into it, and then very coincidentally, I got it to happen on my PC. And the reason I got it to happen was because of a setting with how we've got our purchases set up with our beta.
Yep.
Otherwise, it never would have happened for me because I have all the expansions purchased.
Mhm.
Because of that only, did I get lucky enough to spot the bug, and then I got me and the other program working on Talisman at the time were both looking at it, going over, scrutinizing every bit of that code in that area where we got the crash to happen, and then we found it, and it is I'm so happy we've caught that because people have been complaining about it for months, and I feel so bad
Years,
about it.
almost.
Years.
It's just been one of those things that it's a rare occurrence,
It's so.
but it's never occurred for us.
It's one of those. If you have the less expansions you have purchased, the more common the bug is. Don't ask why. But if you have all the expansions purchased, it will never happen. So because there's very few people that have very few expansions not purchased, it's very rare to happen. How hard is it to add a players don't lose stats on Death House rule? Quite hard.
So you would drop all your stuff, go back to your starting space, but progress with where you got up to.
We have a document where we keep all these requested house rules, and that is on there because it's in the base Talisman rules. I made that document a couple of months ago, just so we could sort of document what people want. And we want to do it. The problem is it's not technically that easy with the way we've got our system set up. So odds are we're not going to be looking into it soon.
But how, like, expanding our house rule options
is
something we'd like to do if we have the spare time.
Yeah, we wanted to get that done for Dragons, but I don't think we're going to have time. We would like to do a very big sort of refactor where house rules are split up into sub rules, so you can sort of define what a rule is. So when Bloodbath is split up into players, there only being one talisman and players dying permanently.
Yep.
So you should, the idea would be you would click that would pop out into sub rules, and then you could fiddle with the sub rules to turn off permanently dying and only one talisman being there. But that's sort of the idea of what we had in mind, but it's not that easy technically. It's very easy to say to do it. It's probably one of the biggest jobs we'll have to do in Talisman. It's a lot of time that's going to be spent on that if we do it, and we don't have a lot of time. We're on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
And it will be buggy.
It's like we need 25 hours a day and 8 days a week to get it done. To get everything done that we'd like to get done.
It's not a day job.
No.
And it's probably not a week job either, which means it could take us a while. We're still looking to do it though, but I'm not promising anything. Unless we've got the time, we're not going to do it. But if we do, we'll look to do it.
Oh, we missed an easy plug.
Hmm?
We could have gone back to the sales that are currently on when we were like, the more expansions you have, the less likely this bug is to occur.
Oh, wow.
You can get them for only 80% off or 60%. Steam
That's
sale.
a horrible thing to say.
It is a horrible thing.
And also,
but it's dead good.
Also, we're looking to hotfix that as soon as possible.
Yeah, so there will be a patch
with other bug fixes. Yeah, we just need to test it.
Yeah.
But we promise we have limited resources when it comes to testing at the moment. So.
So it is on the horizon that we will do a patch before the Dragon expansion comes out.
It will fix that issue. Yeah.
That will fix the issue of black screens when you either quit or when you complete games. Obviously, especially when you complete games, because if you spend 3 hours in game,
or it could also very rarely, very rarely happen when you're going between in between different UI screens, but back to the main menu. That is also it's the same thing.
It's like play local game. Oh, I meant multiplayer. So you go back to the main menu.
It could also happen with that. It's really weird.
Oh, UJ's back.
Hey, Steve Bourne.
Steve! Miss you, Steve.
Oh, the summer sale started. Good to know. I know what I'm doing when I get home.
So there's 80% off. I bet there's a Siege discount. I didn't think of that.
Rainbow Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege, yeah. I've just bought it.
You talk about that all the time.
I love Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is the best thing ever.
I know. You always say.
It is that good.
Oh, wow. We might win.
How good are we?
All total planned things. This was on purpose. Have you got your turn back now, Cheshire, or is it the AI still? Yeah, it looks like you've got your time back because the AI's not making instant choices.
Yeah, you're being dead slow, so we know it's you. Yeah, so summer sale has started. That is 80% off the Talisman base game, 80% off Horus, and then 45% off the
how cheap does that make
gold pass. 40% off the season pass, and then a range between 40 and 80% off all expansions and character packs.
Steam Store is experiencing some heavy load right now. Please try again later. I feel sorry for you, Steam Store. Say that 3 times fast. Steam Store, Steam Store, Steam Store.
Ox, donkey, fish, dog. Ox, donkey, fish, dog. I'll summon him. He'll come back and
Thank
disconnect.
you. Like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Just expecting, what is it?
Beetlejuice.
No, the guy that made it. I can't remember his name now.
Guy who made it.
Yeah.
I think it was Michael Keaton that played Beetlejuice.
What's his name?
I don't know who made it.
What's the name of the guy that made Beetlejuice?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
I do know it, apparently.
Yeah,
I do not know that. Oh, it's Tim Burton.
I was expecting Tim Burton to pop out behind our green screen. Or Beetlejuice is floating there. 'Cause with most of the green cut out. This isn't green back here, by the way.
It's getting gradually more green.
It's because of the light.
Again.
It's the light changer.
It wouldn't happen on OBS Studio. OBS Studio would know its stuff and figure stuff out.
It doesn't know what he's saying, guys. I'm sorry.
OBS is open broadcasting software, and they had a kind of, it looks like a 1990s Windows app. It's awful, it's ugly and inefficient. They upgraded to OBS Studio, which is a streamlined, much more dynamic tool that does better streaming. And Jethro, and this one is determined that they're going to use the old version because that's what they know.
It's not just what
Move
we know.
with the times.
It's got all the settings, so you can do whatever you want with it. It's powerful. I mean, yes, it looks disgusting, but you can do whatever you want with it, and it's powerful. And maybe you can do whatever you want with the other one. I just don't know it. And change, I fear that.
Oh, when did that happen? I thought we were winning.
Well, no, we caught up. The machine's been.
Go beat him up. Can we do that? Oh no, he's stronger than us.
We will win. Although we have a decent chance of winning in a strength fight because
Well, it's 3-3 and we get a re-roll.
and we have a sword.
redo.
And we have a sword.
But Sword of Truth and redo. So what's happening?
I believe that we just. This is the card.
Ah, so we're burning them. Oh, sweet.
I think this puts violence to it.
Yeah, we've got 4 lives. We'll be alright.
Not that many rounds left to go.
5.
Come on, guys. Let's get on that Steam store. I believe. What are you guys planning on buying in the sales, by the way? Aside from Talisman.
I will buy the full pack of Siege because I got the cheap version of it.
Oh, so you're gonna get all the DLC now?
Yeah. I was streaming it on my Twitch channel this afternoon because I'm a console player and I've been playing Siege on PC. So like I've never done an FPS on PC before, so kind of figuring out exactly the retention
I know what you mean.
of kind of like a mouse cursor and wanting to go up, left, down, right, up, right, down, left, like quickly and knowing exactly where it's going to stop. It's tough, but there's no recoil on your gun.
It's, you know what's really interesting is you know, like how depending on the game, using a certain controller type is better than using another type. Like when it comes to like Super Smash Brothers or other fighting games, people prefer controllers.
Yep.
But when it comes to FPSs, people usually gravitate towards mouse and keyboard.
Console.
It's because I think that you can be more accurate with a mouse.
I feel like I'm playing Bop It though, because I've got to use what is it, WASD? How's it said?
Yeah.
WASD for your feet.
Yeah.
And then I use the mouse for my eyes, but then I've got to click to shoot, and also I've got to rotate between which buttons I'm pressing for movement, whilst also kind of using additional fingers to make sure I'm crouched, or I need to reload, or I need to swap to my secondary weapon.
I'm used to that. That's the thing. See, you know, hang on. I'll try and count how many buttons I use because I play Final Fantasy 14, and I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use Alt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I use Q, E, R, F, V, G, and then Alt and Shift of those as well.
Exactly.
And I use all of those.
So this is my hand playing Siege on Xbox. If I want to reload, I just do this. If I'm on a keyboard, I have to kind of like... And I've tried changing the layout to make things more preferable, but because I've
Yeah.
as I've never played it before, I don't know what is
But
preferable.
with 1, 2, 3, a Q and E and Alt, you can sort of get 5 right there that within.
But Q and E are lean.
Well,
You've got to lean around corners.
sure, but Alt E and Alt Q.
What, Alt is, I'm sure. Alt sprint. No, Shift is sprint.
Yep.
F is crouch.
Yep.
R is reload. 1 and 2 are primary, secondary.
Yep.
If you click the wheel on your mouse, you use your gadget. Right click is aim. Left click is shoot.
So that's not that many. I can do that. That's no problem. Right, see you, Demi Skeleton.
Bye! It's probably because I'm banging on about.
Yeah,
That's
your
not
FPSs. This is not the crowd for an FPS.
It is. I like Talisman and I like Siege.
Well, then maybe they don't. You're a niche within a niche.
Yeah, I'm middle of the Venn diagram.
I want to play a board
We
game.
can talk about board games. I'm gonna be playing Codename Pictures on Saturday.
Yes, you got that for your Father's Day gift.
Did and it's awesome. We played it down at Resd in London as well.
I want to play it.
They're good.
But I want to play more board games in general.
You will like Codename Pictures because it's very anal.
Yes, that is everything. You know when I go to the store, I'm like, get me a most anal board game, please.
It's 5x5 tiles, and there's pictures on them all, and on the underside are spies that you have to find. But your teammate that knows where the spies are, that's trying to get you to pick the right tiles, has pictures on all the tiles, and they can only give you one word per round, and you have got to figure out whether that word applies to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tiles in play, and you've got to find all your spies before your opponent finds theirs.
It's like Pictionary meets Guess Who.
And if you find an opponent spy, that gives them one less they have to find, but there's also an innocent somewhere in between them. So if you draw the innocent, that's instant death for you, effectively. You lose.
Don't do that. Interesting. I'd be interested in playing it.
Yeah. But you kind of looking at it, and you kind of want to say like plants or animal, but then you risk, because you can also see where your opponent, if you're giving the word, you see where your opponent's spies
Could
are.
you create a sort of cryptography type thing? Well, not maybe anything that complicated. Something like the number of syllables or letters in the word corresponds to a number.
You only allowed to give one word at any as one clue, and there's limits. Like you can just say like spaceman if there's a spaceman and one, but that means you can only get one, because then the person who's guessing has to gamble on the number of tiles they reckon that applies to, and you've got to guess the number of those tiles plus one. So if I said plant and I saw kind of a tree, a leaf, some grass, then I'd say I reckon I can get 2, because you've got to use your 2 plus an additional 1. So there's always a risk. So you've got to play tactically with your guessing, and you've got to be smart with the words that you give to teammates. Awesome.
I'm playing a lot of Magic the Gathering in my free time, but I'm not have people around enough to play it with me. Because I only really play Commander these days, which is the best format. You should play Commander.
You're not going to trigger anyone, are you?
No, it's good. I think most people, if they're Magic the Gathering fans, they'll play Commander, and they'll agree that it's at least a very good format. Maybe not the best.
Sure, the best format of.
Nice to see you, Pepsi Dad.
Oh,
Is it Pepsi Dad the one that's been doing all the great work on our forums with all the beta testing?
and UI suggestions.
And you actually.
Were you talking about that stupid dice game?
Which stupid dice game?
I was talking about Codename Pictures.
Oh, that's Danny. So
Yeah.
you know Danny, yeah.
I do know. That is my wife. Hi, wife.
Back from Delicious Pizza. Just in time to see us win.
Danny, can we have Domino's tonight?
I'm hungry. Stop it. Hi, wife. Oh, yeah, you Pepsi Dad, you've been doing a great job.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
very
me.
much.
No, you're not my wife.
Pepsi Dad, you've been doing a great job in our forums, by the way. Thank you very much.
If you're interested in being a beta tester for the Dragon expansion and the expansions that come after that, what's the best way to find us?
You have to contact Jethro, which is
Who-
Tyr tier.
Tier.
He's got his picture is Jethro Park, I believe.
What I'll do is tomorrow morning, so in about 12 hours time, I'll make a fresh post in the forums with a beta call out. If you want to beta test for Talisman, for the Dragon expansion and the expansions that come after, I will leave instructions on the Steam forums.
I will leave it to you to win the game because I have to go grab my bus or I will not be able to get home.
I'm trapped.
Nice speaking to all you guys. I was going to go out this way. Alright.
Are you going out that way?
You know, you're already up now, so I'm gonna go this way.
Have I?
There you go.
The green's gone. Stupid OBS.
You can fix it. Alright, see you everyone.
Bye. Which sides? Oh, the green's going. Right. On my own, trying to figure out setup. So, put this hand up. That's this side. So if I draw this closer, that should solve that. Oh, it's my go. Barely been playing. Richard's been doing all the playing. If characters in this region must roll 1 die, if the result is higher than your craft, lose 1 life in mission next turn. I'll happily take that one, thank you. 3 rounds remaining, and the machine has 17. That is ridiculous. Right, what do I want to do? I want the gold spell, where generosity, where you get to claim all of someone's gold. I assume he's racking up the gold. Yeah, he's got 10 gold. And I'm sure there's an event in the city. The character with the most gold must give 1 gold to the character with the least gold. That is marginally helpful. But there's also an event that lottery, I think. You got to roll. Yeah, you got to roll 1 dice, and whoever rolls the highest number gets that number of gold. So if I, oh, I'm also my green screen's massively broken. OBS. OBS. Oh. Where have you gone? There we go. Edit scene. If this was OBS Studio, it wouldn't even be a problem. It needs fixing. There we go. Edit scene. That's not right. Oh, it'll be in video capture. Of course it will. Properties. There we go. Select. Boosh. Safe. Now we've got that sorted. Although we are poking out a little bit on the side. There we go. Right, now that's fit. Just partially. I was caught up with the fact that I moved it. It's not happy. I think we've done it. No, it wasn't Liar's Dice, although Liar's Dice is awesome. It was Codename Pictures. Why my Sword of Truth? Get rid of something the machine's got. Should take Talisman home because you've never played that physically. Bring all the expansions and we can play with the Harbinger and the Woodland as well, which are, oh, it's in your region, fair enough. Not much you can do about that. Yeah, the Harbinger and the expansion and the Woodlands expansions are things that aren't in this game currently. So the Woodland expansions should be in the bottom right, that's the missing board there. And the Harbinger is sign of the end times, the Cataclysm. And they are both super fun. Each expansion for Talisman has its own flavour and its own kind of theme. So depending on what themes you're into. Like if you're into quests, then you want the Sacred Pool and possibly the Reaper expansion. If you want Death to follow you about the board, we've currently got him deactivated, but he comes with the Reaper expansion. If you roll a 1, after you've finished your turn, you get to roll for the Reaper. If he lands on anyone, then they've got to roll on a chart. Good or bad things can happen, but mainly bad. We're not playing Risk. Risk is the worst game ever. That is a statement of fact. Because there are 4 people that will have fun, and then a 5th person who will get bullied. Nah, we'll play Talisman. That's what we'll do. When we have our next kind of like board game meeting, we'll kind of put 9 hours aside for a full game of Talisman and all its expansions. If you don't have 9 hours to spare, currently on sale, as the summer sales just started on Steam, so you get 80% off the base version of Talisman and Talisman Horus Heresy, and between 40% and 80% off the rest of our products. We're not playing Risk. No. I don't even... Do we even own Risk? I know we've got it on the Xbox. It's not the same. It's easier to deal with Risk on the Xbox because you don't have to set up or pack down. You get to finish a game and then just leave it angry. Right. How many turns was that? How are we going to win this? 2 rounds. I've got a hope for the lottery event. Pretty much. Pawn shop. There's 2 things in the pawn shop. Buy any objects for 2 gold each. No, thank you. Let's use nothing but 4s. In the city, I'm sure you can draw additional cards. Yes, you can. Drunken Revelry. All characters roll 1 die. The character with the lowest result is thrown in jail. Let's hope that's the machine. Alright, I'm pretty safe with my 5. Hey, you two, this is a family-friendly stream. Keep it clean. Right, where are you in that Cheshire Cat going? Do you have a chance of winning? You have exactly 1 gold and 1 item. The trophies count towards the end game. The second, well, we're currently joint second. One day we will be. There's no point selling anything because you only get 1 gold for it. What we'll do next time we'll stream is rather than have it set to 20 rounds, we'll just risk a 3-hour game happening. And we'll have a proper game where someone has to actually get to the end. Especially if it's Pandora's Box. I like that ending. I like all the NetherRealm endings. I think, as I've said in previous streams, my favourite expansions currently are probably Blood Moon, because of the night and day mechanic that gives enemies -1 or +1 to their attack roll, and the NetherRealm ending, because the NetherRealm's basically the troll deck. It's like good things are few in the Nether deck, but bad things can happen on a range between lose all your stuff, lose stuff, lose followers, or instant death. It's like it's more likely that you will lose for no good reason, no logical reason. There's like I think he's the Toad King, the Dragon Toad. He has 1 strength, but if you roll lower than him in your combat rolls, you get toaded. And there's the Nether Torment, which has the same thing, but I think it's got 6 craft. If you roll lower than it, you instantly die. It's like, that's it. End of game for you. If you've got Bloodbath on. Otherwise, if you haven't, you just got to start again. Cat, can I have an extra craft, please? Please? We're nice to you. I could have helped you. I could have looked. We could have taken on the machine together. We could have ruled the world. Last turn. At least I've got my hourglass. I can still use that. Buy myself an extra round and hope for something magical to happen. Wanted list. Ooh. Do I have any trophies? I didn't set the rounds. I didn't have the mouse at the time. Oh, there's... I need the animal. Yeah. I can get, what, 3 gold for the direwolf? 2 gold. That's not enough. Being able to add rounds. You can add rounds at the start of the game. But who would you afford the power to add rounds to? Would it be the host? Would there be a demographic? Wrong word. Democratic vote? What if you're in a game and you've been collecting all your stuff, you've stopped playing for the end, all you're doing is hoarding, you are like 9 points clear, and then the other 5 go, you know what? We'll add an extra 10 rounds on this game. Host. Who could trust the host? Too much power. Oh, last round. I've got to make up 8 points. That's just not going to happen. I've got a plan. Got a plan. Alright. Oh, no. It's not that. It's not that. Wanted list. There we go. Let's take the wanted list. Because of the corner space that I'm on, I get to move 1 card to me instead of drawing a card. Gonna take the animal. Pretty sure the direwolf's an animal. Then I can claim the bounty on it. That gets me 2 gold. Let's use the hourglass. What can I do now? Can't even afford a spell, but let's go and get a scroll. I was saying that, even if I get a scroll, you can only use you can use as many spells as you began the turn with, I think. Is that right? Soul shatter. Soul is shattered. GG the machine. There is a debug mode that I could magically make appear, but what would happen if I started messing with the outcome of the game is we would get what's called a desync. So the version of my game would not inform everyone else's game on the changes I would be making. So if I rolled, say, made myself roll a 6, where in everyone else's game I was due to roll a 3, the game would kind of go, hold on, something's gone wrong, and then everyone else would get put into one game on their own, and then I'd get dumped in my own game because I've got a save that's got a different outcome to everyone else. So unfortunately can't cheat that. The AI struggles at times to make human moves, surprisingly. So being able to recognise the context of certain strengths, certain opportunities that would have, where it'd be able to exploit the level of gold someone has, the number of lives they've got, the items or followers. Like, if it has the mesmerism spell, it will just assess who has the strongest follower. I want that. It won't play tactically who it should remove a follower from. The person who is lagging behind, they've got the worst stats, they've got the least amount of items, they've not completed the quest that they need to. If they've got the unicorn, it will go, I want that unicorn. And even if that doesn't give it a huge advantage over whoever's winning or make them come close to who's winning, it would never consider, I should probably handicap the person who's about to win the game. So there are certain situations, again, like you've raised Pepsi Dad with the Pandora's box, where it doesn't correctly assess whether it should be sending things to the ninja who can avoid fights, or to the gypsy that can ignore events, that kind of thing. We are working on all those kind of things. Part of the issue is, same issue we're going to have until the game's complete, is trying to update the current foundations of the game whilst also working for the expansion that's coming ahead of us. So it's all well and good changing what's come behind you, but that can damage our plans for what the next expansion needs to work properly. And vice versa, we can make updates for the AI for the expansion that's coming out, but that may not reflect the way the AI works at its core level. It's something that needs to be dealt with on a case-by-case basis at the moment. So if we've got a new card coming in, or there's a card that exists in the game, we can make one update for just that card. But the risk and the danger is always whether we accidentally break the cards that surround it that all work in similar ways. So when we have downtimes at the end of expansions, the AI gets a lot of TLC, where it would have otherwise, we wouldn't have had the time to update it. But we are making steps towards a better AI. Obviously, the overall goal for the AI is for it to play like an average human player. We don't want to make the AI too much of a challenge, because if we make it to an elite standard, then that would freeze out the majority of players. If you look at the people who play in the Talisman Cup, like Uncle John, like Cheshire Cat Girl, like Provost, like Toothless Night Fury, like all these heavyweights in the game, then the majority of people couldn't compete. Full-time game stream, so no sudden death mode. We will do that. That's fine. If you've got any set circumstance where the AI is playing poorly, always document it. Whether that's a bug report in the forum, whether that's an email to support@nomadgames.co.uk, or whether you include it in the beta if you're on the beta, just let us know, so it is on someone's list of things to do. The person who was here before, Richard, in brackets, Descendos, he is the person that does the core working on the AI. The machine, fantastic job. There was like at no point in the past 10 rounds have I felt like I was going to catch you. I think we were like 3 points behind you in the sudden death counter, but after that, it was like you just pushed ahead. We were doing well, the devs as well. We were second, and then we were joint second with someone else, And then we were joint second with 3 people, and we finished 4th. Cheshire Cat Girl, on the other hand, has had a reverse of fortune, has gone from winning every time she's played us to a comfortable joint last. With the AI. But what we'll do is, tomorrow I will make a post on the Steam threads, so if you are a Steam user and you want to beta test the game, I will let you know how to do that in a post, and that'll be available tomorrow morning in about 12 hours. The other information to give at the moment is the Steam sale has just started. So that's 80% off the base games for this game, Talisman Digital Edition, Talisman the Horus Heresy, 80% off Lapland Solitaire and Backgammon Blitz, and then all the expansions, all the season passes, all the characters that you can get for the Talisman DE and Talisman Horus Heresy games are somewhere between 40 and 80% off. If you've any interest, it's a Steam sale. If you've ever wanted to try a game, now's the time. Have a good evening as well, Uncle John. Good game. The other thing is, if you spend 20 quid on Steam, I think you also get £5 off PayPal transaction. With £5 off PayPal somehow. Not entirely sure how that deal works. We're also on the front page of Bundle Stars. So if you also want further discounts, or you want to compare discounts to what's currently on Steam, you can go there and check that out. The next week, I think we have a special stream planned for the Friday. Our typical streaming days are Thursday. We will be streaming on the Thursday. Maybe we'll do the full stream then. So no sudden death. We play for whatever the ending is. Hopefully, we'll do a hidden one, and hopefully it's Horrible Black Void. Another solid ending. Until then, keep an eye out on Steam, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, Instagram, Nomad Games. We're all over the place. Thanks for joining us tonight. Always appreciate any support, any contact, any comments. Just thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Take care. Bye. I'm still streaming. Whoa, oh. OBS, you lied to me. Attempt to it.